it real. Let's graduate it from just being an idea and actually give it a name, give it a concept of what it stands for, right? What you do, right? And then I want you to go and register that thing. It's time to get away from 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and put them both in, get fully committed. And so the easiest form that I recommend, and again, I don't want you to mistake this for legal advice, but this is just some simplicity purposes only, and to help you get educated, but not legally assess your situation deeper, and your situation may be unique. So keep that in mind as you watch through this, all right? When it comes to business and protecting yourself, there's a few layers that you want to have in place, all right? A lot of you guys are naked in business, right? What do I mean by that? That means that if somebody comes knocking on your door and this, that, and the third, you're fully stripped, and they're gonna literally rob you of everything, and your baby's off. And we don't want that, right? So what is key is you choose a business entity type, meaning a legal protection structure. There's several different structures, corporations, LLCs, and so forth, but it's focused on the LLC. And why is that? There's many perks to it, and it's very simple and easy to do. It stands for Limited Liability Company. That means your liability, an exposure, an event of someone trying to sue you or so forth is separate. And that's what we want to do in order to allow your dreams and businesses to flourish, right? And your ideas, right? You want to release it to the world, to the right people, but you also want to make sure it's protected, right? Because you're going to be sending it on to fly away, right? So we want to make sure that we equip it with the necessary protections, and this is exactly what you do. So number one, I would say register the LLC, make it its own separate entity. When it becomes its own entity, it has a name, right? It's registered with the state, and also it has its own identification number. That's right, like its own social security number, known as the EIN, employer identification number. That's whether you have employees or not. It's called a single member LLC if it's just you. And in that, you have shares and so forth. But I don't want to get too deep. Like I said, go look that up. And if you need help getting walked through on how to set it up, we actually help you do that and more. Make sure you click to apply to our Startup Business Accelerator, which is in the link below. So you have that. But let's say that you're going into these meetings and so forth, and you're scared to share your idea, right? You got this insecurity where you're protecting it and you're holding it. And I'm not saying you shouldn't hold and protect your dreams, but the biggest lie that they tell you is to not to share your dreams with anyone. And I say that I call BS on that, because it is so key that you do not overprotect your dreams. Because if your business is meant to serve people and you're protecting it from people, how does that do you a service? It does you a disservice, actually. You should share your talents, your dreams, because you never know what opportunities arise from that. However, if you want to feel, you want to get past the insecurities of overprotecting your business and knowing that you're protected and so forth, this is what you want to do. Legal identity, right? That's where you register your business. It's its own separate entity. You don't have to worry about having too much risk on your hands. You also get tax benefits and so forth, and you're able to write off a lot of different activities associated with the business, meaning that you get a greater tax benefit from that. So a greater return if that's something you qualify, or a lower minimized tax liability depending on your situation. That's the benefits of owning an LLC. Other forms or layers of protection comes from not just registering your business, but also making sure you have agreements and things like that. You should have agreements in place when it comes to you dealing with any stakeholders outside of you. For instance, you have contractual, like independent contractor agreements. You have general liability agreements. You have NDA, non-disclosure agreements. Those are where you're trying to protect your idea when you share it with someone, and you tell them, hey, the contents of what I'm about to share with you, you agree not to disclose this, whatever the nature or the terms and conditions are included in that agreement. Other agreements include sales agreements. Sales agreements are the terms and conditions for you making a sale. Some sales are final. Some sales come with 30-day, guarantees. It depends. You define that. Whether it's a business operating agreement, that's when you're working with a partner or a strategic partnership and so forth, and that pretty much outlines the way of the nature of you doing business according to your terms and conditions. It really depends on the nature of your business. A few resources that exist there's Rocket Lawyer, there's legal shield. There's so many different things out there. But it's key that you understand the purpose of why you're using it. You know, you want to see what makes sense most for you. All right. The main thing you need to protect is your energy. And one, protect yourself from you. Protect yourself from shielding your business so tight that you don't share it with the world, because it wasn't meant for you to hold on to it. It was meant for you to release it and share it with who it makes sense with. So that's the most important thing I want you to get out of this video, is to share your business, but to do it comfortably, because there are some people out there that are conniving. There are some people out there that don't mean well, and that's where you need to make sure you got the agreements. You know, I don't go around and start saying, hey, here's this contract I need you to sign. No, I have a process. And if you're somebody looking to create a process, click the link below and we'll gladly welcome you into our Startup Business Accelerator program, where we'll walk you through every phase of creating a successful business operation and unfold your ideas. But in the meantime, it is so key that you literally focus on the big picture and bringing your dreams to a reality. And that's what this video is about. If you got value out of this video, if you found this video useful, make sure you click that thumbs up and make sure you subscribe if you're not already a part of the Creative Fan. And thank you for watching. Make sure you create, build, sustain in all you do. This is your boy Vince. You already know what it is. One love.